Welcome everybody to another episode of Tingz Ain't Right. I'm your host, Do What It Do. This is my co-host C and my cameraman in the back, Dean. This platform here is to bring people awareness of what's going on around them. If they don't know, we're here to give them that information. Me, per se, I'm going to start talking on this hurricane that's about to happen tomorrow. I have people that's actually in Tampa. I hope they're safe. I hope they're safe, and I hope they get whatever transportation as far as they are from their LE. My brother-in-law Curtis, you know, be safe, homie. I'm here. I know y'all in Clearwater, and that's right where the hurricane at. So I just want to let everybody know that lives out there. We thinking about them, and we care about them. They had a press conference, and the mayor or whoever of them towns, St. Petersburg, Tampa, they told people if they live to the coast, they're going to die. There's no survivability. We got this water situation with the hurricane Mother Nature. We got wars threatening us with nukes. We got inflation where everything costs now and people don't have no money to afford just the regular bare necessities to survive. Election coming up next month. Your man told people to stand by. I don't know what he meant by that 4 years ago. Trump said stand by. He told the Proud Boys and all of them to stand by, get ready. What that meant, we're going to find out next month.
Yeah, the world is upside down, man. In Florida, that's Tampa, right? North Carolina, it shows that we're not aware, we're not equipped, and we worry more about other things than ourselves and our family. Designers, the food, the this, the that, the jobs, the cars, the going out, the liquor, but we're not worrying about our structure and where we live. Remember, half of those spots in Carolina, Florida were swamps. So anywhere swamps was, water could come back. You know, we not being aware of that. They measure the water that is outside from where it used to be. If they could just break a ground and it could just come back, or it could just flood, you know, or it have proper drainage. It's a lot of stuff that's not proper and is clogged up in those areas because of dead animals like alligators and all kind in those drains. So y'all gotta understand, y'all in a swamp, like wildebeest type of area, and y'all don't know what's outside the neck of the woods where y'all at, but yet still y'all are comfortable in that neck of the woods. You don't have proper hunting gear. You know what I'm saying? You don't have boats. You don't have skis.
Let's not even go there about that part, because that right there, not to cut you off, bro, but when I'm looking at these, I seen a lot of video of the last hurricane, right? And a lot of the places that was in the Florida area, like St. Petersburg, Tampa, that's like majority white.
All of them got boats.
They got everything. They had everything. They had skis. Y'all don't got
none of that.
Us being black, we lucky to have
swim.
A jet ski or something. Something to be like, let me go check on my
knives. You ain't got nothing. Everything is a weapon as far as the government when it comes in your hand. But in those other people, they got everything. Hunting knives, guns, all that stuff, they got it.
Nah, but check it. When they kept going up to the Carolinas, that's where the people that couldn't go nowhere. And that's where all the deaths happened. Where the poor black people and the poor white people. Yeah, like.
Poor got to do with saving their lives.
North Carolina and all them places, them little towns that's on the bottom where they had the mudslides.
This is what happened. You see,
they didn't know the mudslides.
There is no such thing as rich and poor in a city that is going down. Everybody's equal. Everybody losing everything.
I never heard of somebody having a press conference telling their town, if you stay, you're going to die.
All right, what's the purpose though?
What is the purpose?
What's the purpose that the ocean came back to the town?
What's the purpose of living in these places, going back to these places? Let's just say, for instance, this boils over. and everybody's safe. You
Go
got
back
your
where?
little land. Back to Tampa,
you
St.
know that
Petersburg.
place is in
Don't
that place
rebuild
is
there.
contaminated.
I'm just saying, don't rebuild there.
Hold on.
Don't rebuild. And if they want that, go somewhere else. Go somewhere higher ground, somewhere more inland.
Hold on.
Let's leave these beach lines alone right now. Right now is not the time to be staying on the shores and the beaches. And first of all, a lot of black people don't got access to that. They don't have the income to live on them beach fronts. So you got some blacks, but not more than it is white people.
Awareness is the key, dog. Awareness is the key in your surroundings. Black people don't want guns because they Christian. But Christians been killing Christians for how long? You know what I'm saying? And other people been fighting, Muslim and all that. You got to ward off yourself, defend yourself, defend your family, defend your church. You know, as far as your children and all that. You don't want guns, and the amendment said, our Constitution say you entitled to one to save your ass in this country. Because we are the people who going to save the country. It's not the revolution. It's the people who saving the country. It's not the politicians and them. It's us. No matter how much money they got, they're going to get up and run till whatever happens. You got to be conscious, because you don't need a pair of shoes when you're in water. You could be barefoot. You see what I'm saying? All the shoes, all the cars, all the stuff you were talking about that is relevant to you don't mean nothing. So you only buy one building and you staying right here.
Like I'm protecting my property.
I'm protecting what property?
Listen.
It's not owned. You don't own it.
Listen. We can build on that part. Hold on. Let me build on that. Don't even go there with that.
How much y'all out there have a lodium? Because if you don't have a lodium, eminent domain gonna always take your property. Eminent domain gonna take everything. So when that flood finish, eminent domain shows that place is what? Contaminated. Right?
Yeah.
That's the draw of the string. Contaminated. From it contaminated, who's responsible for giving these people back some start or something like that? Who's responsible? Half of them gonna be separated and misplaced and all of that.
Your land and property becomes a lot.
No.
And if you value 75% of what the market value was when you had your home.
Hold on.
Your property that you said you own, once a natural disaster hits it's a strong possibility that your land that was worth 500, 1 million is now worth like 50,000, 100,000. It's not land no more.
Depreciation.
It's a lot.
Depreciation.
They call it a lot. Go ask them ask them.
Depreciation. Just like your car, just like your jewelry, just like it's depreciation. From you buy it for this work, you buy it for their work, and then they depreciate it from you left in their store or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Once you sell it back to them, you got to sell it back for less because they're selling it used.
It's not land. They don't consider it a lot.
All right.
So you can't determine the dynamic of what you own and what you don't own. So only thing they can determine
it. You could determine it. They got maps that you could determine.
How is this washed?
No, they could determine it. They could determine it because remember those buildings, some structures not gonna move. Some structures not gonna move. The ones that was mostly plywood and stuff, the water would.
Yeah, that's the lots.
You know what I'm saying? So they still have the shape.
The ones that got the strong foundation.
What I'm saying is what in the news right now is that there is uranium.
We're not gonna go into that.
Hold on. There's uranium and something under the ground. Listen, I don't know. Allege, right? What I'm saying is, even if this is the case and they had a case in court for the whole village, town, or wherever they was at, boy, y'all in a whole heap of trouble. He said, go back where? That town is done. And whatever is structured for that town is already in operational form. Just like when New Orleans was flooded out, and they dispersed everybody throughout Texas. And we spoke about that a brief. And you will go back to other states where this happened over and over and over and over again. Our water just could get back to where it receded from and destroy the whole town on just one rain. Half an hour worth of rain, or an hour or 5 hour worth of rain, or a half a day worth of rain. You know, I don't understand.
Man, this shit is a man was getting interviewed on a news channel, and he said he was in a hotel when the hurricane hit the first time. He said he went out on the balcony. He was in a high hotel in Tampa. He said he went on the balcony. He said when he looked out the balcony, he thought the goddamn hotel was in the middle of the ocean. That's it.
The hotel is the only thing that didn't fall?
That part wherever that hotel was in Tampa, they had concrete that wasn't moving. And so they told him to stay, go higher ground. I think it had like 12, 14 floors.
Like that,
and
right?
The dude said he went out on his balcony. It was a white man, like I said, a white man. Like I'm
that
not.
Movie?
The day after tomorrow?
I think so.
Yeah, the day after tomorrow.
Go higher.
Yeah, and they came out. He said he came out his balcony and he looked around. He said he didn't see nothing. He thought he was in the middle of the ocean because everything else was covered with water. He didn't see no streets, no nothing. That's right there. That's something a person see with their eyes and might pass out and die. Because what you thinking? You gonna survive that? You in the hotel in the middle of the ocean. That's what you thinking. You on land. You know you on land. But when you come out your hotel, you see a whole body of water going around you 360. You think you about to die.
What kind of food you got in there?
It don't even make a difference.
It make a lot
They didn't have
difference.
electricity, water. This is serious, people. And not only that, let's make this real. They said if a hurricane like that hit New York, which it can, it's going to be 20 times more worse than it is down there. You know why? Because everything we got is high. And if that tornado or hurricane come through New York, we in trouble.
Hurricane come here, Staten Island's gone, Manhattan gone, and they said Staten Island, Manhattan, and Queens.
Yes.
Finish. And a lot of Long Island.
And some of Brooklyn.
And some of Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn is some. One out there
by Bay Ridge and
Bay Ridge, yeah.
all that stuff is gone. But they said Queens, a lot of Queens is gone, Staten Island definitely gone, and Manhattan is over.
But Brooklyn is one land mass.
And you know what's the crazy part about it? Only reason why we don't see really hurricanes because we're on the northern hemisphere. For some apparent reason, once hurricanes get in that Virginia area and they cross God dies down because of the cold air from the north, from Canada, seizes down. But you see how it's been hot in the winter and hot in the summer these last couple of years. That means a hurricane. We're not going to go who did it. That's letting you know that a hurricane can pass through the northern hemisphere because the temperature is getting warmer. So you can now have a hurricane in New York, in Pennsylvania, because the temperature is getting warmer. So a hurricane can now reach up to us.
New York used to be cold, man. When I say cold, you know, so they're going into this greenhouse effect. They're going into this recycling effect. They're going into all type of things to say they saving the ozone. They saving this. The ozone been there for how much years? Trillions, right?
Yeah.
How much years done passes by? We can't even fathom how much years passes by. All these predictions they're talking about, and it's coming true because who wrote it? Did somebody came down and told you that this is what's going to happen from up there, from being in your fate? It's man writing all this and telling you all this. So how it becoming a factor in our lives? There is records. Man leave records to everything. When a man do something, he pronounce it. He did it. He blame himself all the time. I always have it in mind, everything you come and ask me, tell you. You know what I'm saying? They got our minds, dog. They got our minds. Remember, they're the one that be steering the public. To the news, to
I believe that. I believe that.
podcasts, to all that stuff. They give up these money, but they don't want you to say this and they don't want you to say that. Everything is in secret. I told you before, a body inside of a body, inside of a body, inside of a body, inside of a body, inside of a body. It never stopped. I could reach back to the first person where I started out from, or I could come to the back piece and collect somebody from there to do something. You know, anything. There's sleepers out here. There's all kind of people out here, dog, that have twisted minds because of what's going on in the public and how these politicians, the rest of us, is treating us. You know what I'm saying? People is getting fed up, dog. Look at what's going on. All this atrocity, all this trials and tribulations that go into people's life. I'm saying, people
are losing focus.
They must lose focus because you're taking taxes this, taxes that, taxes, nothing but taxes. Everything you touch is a tax. If I find a ton of gold under my building, they want a half of it, or 3/4. If this country, you know it's on law in the Constitution. If this country go under and they don't have no money or nothing, the gold that the people collect and bought, they have to take that off their necks and give it to the government to start all over again.
Hey.
Yes, the minerals that you got in your house, the pieces of jewelry, everything, that's the only way you're going to start back. The banks, everybody. The banks is the one that's doing all this.
Well, that's okay. I ain't saying what you're saying.
We the one, the banks borrow our money, lend it out, right? And we get no profit off of it.
Yeah, they say 3%.
3%?
2%.
What is
4% of nothing?
No, what is 0.1 cent? What is that? Over 50,000. What is that? You lend out 50,000, I get 0.1 cent. What is that? Could you equate that as to any money? So you understand the mind, you know, the mind Mickey-Ficky-in. You know what I'm saying? You can understand that. That's what they do to us in commercials and everything. You know what I'm saying? Colors mess with your mind. You see what they do in jail, the colors, the cells, the building, everything. Colors mess with your mind. Some colors calm you down. You don't believe in that, but it's for real. Your color that you say you like, it do something to you. That's why you put it on. That's why you do what you do with it. Most of the time you have on this color. Or you blend something with it. So what I'm saying, they're messing with our minds, man, and all this atrocity going on behind us. Look, they put Puffy, as soon as Puffy landed there, you didn't know all these executives was gonna, the same day it happening, then the hurricane happened, all these disasters. The mayor, you know, good people. On my eyes, I can't judge them. No, I can't judge them. Remember, I don't want to be judged as how you judging other people, but you're going to judge me yet still. We're going to judge. That's what we do. We humans. You know, we think we making it better, sometimes we making it worse. Because, show me right from wrong. Show me right from wrong. We make right and wrong, dog. We make right and wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Who's who to determine who's right and who's wrong?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when we put it on that stage, know who's steering you. Know you don't own yourself. Know you don't own yourself. You got to get back to the stage where you own yourself. Your thoughts and everything. You're not running for them. You're running for yourself, because you are running, all of us is attaching, you're buying phones, you're buying this, you're buying everything to attach yourself to a world, a system. a system that applies nothing in your life. Everything in your life come out of what? Stress. You're back against the wall. You got to come up fighting. Whether you got the intellect or not. It's either you going down or up. There's no middle. It's no middle. Jump out of the air and stop in the middle. Jump out of the air or the parachute. Stop in the middle. Before you land on earth and see if you're going to get by up there. In the middle. So long you will last in the middle between earth and or the element, how high you are in the element. You know what I'm saying? See if you stop in the middle and see what happened to you. You see what I'm saying? So they give us a middle, they give us a starting, which in you nothing, then they give you a middle, then they give the fools the middle. To say they somebody. But at the end, whether you whether you're a big Mongol, don't you go back to the same dirt?
Mogul?
Whether you're a Mongol or whatever you're a tyrant, whatever you're a rat or whatever, don't matter what it is on earth, don't you go back to the same element.
The essence.
The essence of life is the element. The dirt, the whatever, you go back to the same thing without anything that you accomplish. Without anything that you accomplish, so we are equal. Your accomplishment is just a fragment of your imagination because it could go beyond that. You store billions of pixels and whatnot in your brain. You are that computer right there. You are this computer. You are everything. Everything in life comes from you and us. So when we're looking at everything, they got us looking outside instead of we looking in ourselves. You need more of your peace to understand the outer. And they got their peace. Because you running after them, not running after yourself. You selling hours, you doing all this thing, while all this disaster is going around you, and you ain't got nothing as far to help you through a disaster or anything. You're wasting life. We all wasting life, though. All this thing happening, death, all this thing, we wasting life. We the one that doing this. We not building no structure around ourselves. You know, we the people, what value we got? How you value or determine your life or yourself? We running after sex, we running after all these vanities and everything. You know, you don't know true love, but yet you say you love it. All that's happening, tragedy, all that, y'all love. I want this man, I want this one. Oh, she look good. All y'all is messed up in the head. Messed up. You know, because what is important to y'all is fruitless to me. Because if you've been through my path of life, or people that went through my part of life would understand. You ain't got nobody. You ain't got nobody. You by yourself is starting a new world. Huh? Am I telling the truth or not?
Well,
you started a new world from you going there. You ain't got nobody. So out there in the world, when all these men is taking, these women is going to jail, taking these L's for other people and all that, nobody go and help them. Maybe a mother or father gone, they by themselves, and still they by themselves. That's an old new world. So out here in the world where you got people and stuff like that, to hear your nonsense and go through your grief with you, you lucky. You lucky. Because all in reality, you only got your goddamn self. I don't give a hell who you attached to you. All you got is you. You got to think for yourself. You ain't going to have a husband and all that to think for you with no atrocity. You know what I'm saying? In no type of disaster or all that. It's you. Against the tongue, against the disaster, thinking on your foot instead of being scared, instead of being, claustrophobia and all this stuff coming in. You're not focusing on yourself. You're focusing on worldly things. And worldly things don't get you nowhere, man. That's why we in so much disaster. These people is crumbling the place just for whether minerals or
uranium and all that other stuff that they saying. I'm not going for that.
We can't say when we're not going for when they're the one that put it.
Because my thing.
Oh, but you going for Puffy?
No. I'm not talking about that.
Everything they say about Puffy and the list that they put out, but you don't go for this.
No, I'm talking about because other parts got to play parts for something to happen like that, like there's still something. They didn't make the weather go there and say, okay, I need you to hit this area or hurricane because there's something near. No, hold up, homie, because the hurricane came from somewhere and it went to that area.
No.
It went to
I show you online. I'm gonna cut you. I show you online where in the visual is in Ohio. Say in Ohio, right? It's online. He in Ohio, and he went and did one of the machines. He's telling you about science and whatnot, right? And he just put up the smoke came out of the machine, right? He said it's not gonna happen in Ohio. Somewhere over, you're gonna see the storm. The rain started falling. And when it went up, they show everything. You know what I'm saying? Because when they do these things, what do? They go up in these weather balloons and stuff around it. You know what I'm saying? And then they test what they tested. But if they put too much up there, they can't shut it off. It have to go through its process. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, it's science, and what they're doing is all testing. Remember, they tested for. You never listen. Anything from I was a youth, I used to look at movies, right? And I used to say, yo, these people is some smart people. Whoever put the movie together, because everything I see in the movies
is happening in real
I'm
life.
seeing it in the streets.
Yeah,
so look, hold on. Back then, you know, it was no damn phones in your hand, these phones. You had to go home from school to get a call from your friend or something. You had to go to the street corner to call somebody. You didn't have no phones. You know what I'm saying?
It's called evolution.
Evolution, but look what I'm trying to show you. Y'all remember the Jetsons?
Yeah.
That man had what? A briefcase with a phone in it, right? Right? Look at Two Serving Love back in the days. When Sidney Poitier came out the car, what he had? A phone in his car. He used to talk back in the days, right? That's about what, the 60s? You see what I'm saying? Then come the 80s, the phone become popular in the car. And then the boot phone, where you got the bigger ass battery. So I'm showing you, like you said, evolution. Half of these stuff they show you on movies and all this shit.
Speaking of that, we need to talk about.
Is it the Gisette?
No.
Or is it the Gisette? Is it the Rites? I'm saying it in a way where only who could understand. Is it that power that be?
Russia involving themselves in the Israel and the Iran war. And you already know.
You said it already, man. They're trying to bring the BRICS thing together, so you said it already.
To make a world war. Now, let me ask y'all a question.
World war.
If it becomes a world war, like whoever side, pick a side. That's what they're trying to do, pick a side.
Jesse Ventura said the Democrats and the Republican, which one is red?
We know who
One of them is red, right?
Yeah.
Which one? The Republican. Bloods, right? And which one? That's the only thing you can. Yo, boy.
No,
this shit is serious, man.
This is bigger than that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
If we start helping in the fight, that means we're in the war. These people have nuclear warheads. They have weapons of mass destruction that can reach USA. We're still going through everyday life like, you know what? Ain't nothing going to come out of this. There's something coming out of this, man, and we not paying. We distracted by a lot.
From 1942 to now is how much years? Yo, cameraman, tune in. 1942 to 2024. How much years is that?
19 what?
42.
80 something years.
42, 45.
It's 80 something years. 87 years is 86 years.
Huh? And then World War I before that, right?
Yeah. Now we got World War III about to happen.
All right, hold on.
We're supposed to go on normal.
Hold on. Hold on.
You talking about? So you talking about 83 years ago?
83 years ago.
82 years ago.
82 years. So it got like a window of how long? For 100 years? Like what the window is? 82. That's 18.
Yeah, but that's
18. Hold on.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on.
I know where you going. Come on.
Hold on, man. Why you gonna catch my thoughts? And you telling me what I can? There's no such thing. We don't recognize
I said
that.
you can't.
There's no such thing as can't. Anybody can do what they want to do. It's if they don't want to do it, they don't do it. There's no.
Tell me what you about to say.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we're looking at 100 years coming upon us.
Yeah.
Right? From that time to in between that time, we're looking at 100 years coming upon us, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying to you is this. Whether disease, whether disaster, it always comes in a decade or in a century. Going back in time, this is what we're seeing. You see what I'm saying? Look at them. When it comes to certain things, you see more disasters. But the folks that passed us done lay down some kind of order. You know what I'm saying? It's an order that has been carrying out. That's why sometimes you look at Trump, sometimes you look at certain people and you say, why are they fighting against the norm? Isn't this a person that is in their bracket some part on time, is in their bracket, right? So when you're looking at these people fighting against each other, what is their agenda? What are they doing? We're not looking behind that. We're just looking at a businessman and a politician.
Nah, they just going too far with this. See, my thing is this, man. They have an election coming up. I remember they used to have elections before. Yeah, a candidate, two candidates going against each other, right? It wasn't personal to the point where you turn it into a hate debate. Your boy turned everything into personal. No, I'm serious. Because the way I see things, when they used to debate back then, it was never personal. You shook the opponent's hand, you say your views, the other person speak his views, and we pick whoever had the best views, who we thought had the best views. Now, this whole election is all about degrading.
Is you serious?
Yeah, people is degrading. The two
They've been
candidates.
trying to kill presidents from years ago.
I'm not talking about killing presidents. I'm talking about how the debates now has become like a hate debate more than a policy debate. Let's talk about how you're supposed to fix the country, not talk about what the next candidate did to the country. They talk about what happened. Like it's like why are we talking about something that passed us when we're supposed to be moving forward? Don't they say don't look back? So why would a candidate come on this platform and say and degrade a person for what he done in the past when you're supposed to be talking about what you're going to do in the future? See, what you did in the past is gone. You can't do nothing about it. It happened already. What are you going to do for the future of the United States? That's what I want to hear from Trump. Really, Trump can tell me, no, he never told nobody.
Yes, he did.
Only thing he do is bash his opponents.
You're not understanding what
I don't see him.
You're saying the same thing that you telling people not to do.
No, I'm just telling you. He gotta show me what he can do for this country to make this country better.
You're not understanding.
Instead of talking about what the next candidate did. Hold on.
I gotta stop you here. Because you talking about what he's not talking about for doing for the country, for the future. Listen, I don't want you to interrupt me because this matter is real serious because we getting to misunderstand the whole thing of what is politics. Do you know how much people run for president? There's sometimes over 200 people in different parties running for president, and they only pick two all the time, the Democrat and the Republican. There's other parties you could join. There's other parties out there. You know? They have the money like these people, but they're entwined and they're doing the same things. Other senators put themselves up and they be down on the low totem pole, especially minorities. So Trump is like a minority.
Oh, no.
He's not a lawyer. Trump is a businessman that deals with lawyers, that understands certain factors.
So why you get into politics?
Listen what I'm saying.
If you say you're a businessman.
They're forced. If you look at Obama, if you look at Reagan, if you look at they actually, they was clowning Trump. Even Gates was clowning Trump because of his ideas and whatnot as business. Remember, who do you think they're using? Whose minds are they using? Huh? For money. For a promissory note. Whose minds are they using? Not your minds? You are actually the base to everything, so you can shut everything down anytime you want to. Anybody say racism, whatever you want to shut down as a people, you can shut it down anytime you want to. We always make a problem and act like the problem, we put can't, it can't go away. Didn't you just make the problem? You can go away and the problem will go away. Ain't that a fact? You can go away and the problem could go away. So we understand that problem, that factor in life. You know? But we put problems before we put ourselves, and we do everything. That man says that he gonna put money back in this country. You don't want no money in this country? We going through the same way they send that money to Ukraine. We have a disaster right here, the same way they send it to Ukraine. A housing disaster. Hold on. A housing disaster. What you just said, a homeless disaster. Which one is the same thing? Hold on.
He ain't fixing it.
Hold on. Remember, you are asking about these things. These are things that you can implement because that man can't see in every city. We blame the politicians, which is just CEO of United States of America. That's the Pharisees. If y'all not seeing the Pharisees, y'all don't understand it. Now they got quote-unquote minorities on the Pharisees. And they watch them. Because they're always going to be the downfall. The spooks that stay behind the door. You understand what I'm saying? So, you're supposed to be representing your nation. This person's supposed to be representing this person, that person. That's how they bracket that. Send y'all in categories. So money is built in categories. And wealth is built in categories by people. They put in the Chinese first. Right? The Indian second. Right? Bollywood. The Indian second, the Spanish third, no, the whites third, the Spanish food, and the blacks last in income. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're looking at all these categories that they put in us, those categories means nothing to us because you are an individual. You're not a nation.
Your man tried to build a wall, right? That wall wasn't going to stop them from coming in this country. That wall was to make a statement.
They got tunnels.
That wall was to make a statement to the people that was trying to come over into this country that they're not invited. That's unconstitutional. United States.
It is unconstitutional when the people come in here. Did they come in here as asylum?
When he told his senators don't pass no bills on the border because none of them bills coincide with what Trump want to do. So none of the Republicans passed no bills that the Democrats.
What is he talking about?
I'm telling you that the Democrats wanted to fix the border problem, and no Republicans passed no bills. Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries,
Did you just hear what you said?
Yes, they all went to the border.
Did you just hear what you said?
Went to the border, and they all wanted to fix the border crisis, and the Republicans do not want to pass no bills.
Facts.
I do.
The news is not facts.
Oh, we're not talking about
They
that.
fact check you, but you don't fact check them. The news is not facts. And no other person can show me.
Republicans ain't pass no bills to help the border. No Republicans passed no bill to help the border. They shot every bill, and every person that passed that bill was a Trump supporter.
You just talking.
Was a Trump supporter.
Imagine you sit here.
What's her name? Honor that white lady name? That's from Atlanta, Georgia. The white lady name. That's down with Trump. That got
this is where you ain't got your information right.
I know her name. Marjorie Taylor Greene is her name. A Republican.
So why I'm her?
She the one who got the other Republican kicked out of the high chair. She the one who got him kicked
For what reason?
Because she was a Trump supporter and he wasn't.
All right, so what?
So what?
So you mad about her views?
That Trump didn't get booted when he got booted as president? They said they was going to boycott any laws the Democrat was going to pass for the border laws. They did not vote on nothing.
So who was in there first?
Trump.
Stop.
The war on
Stop. Because if you go back to Magna Carta laws and times when England was England, you couldn't come across that border, boy.
They don't got that no more. That's them days is over. Them days is over.
Man.
You can go in any fucking country you want to. Don't make it to where you build a wall and you can't come into
What are you talking about?
unless you
So you just gonna make anybody walk across the border?
That's what they call borders. That's why they got border patrol.
Oh, they got border patrol.
Yes, and they was trying to increase border patrol.
right.
They was trying to get funding to get more border patrol
let me
to
explain
make
something
them
to you.
control the fucking traffic. And your man shot it
Let me
down.
explain to you.
Shot it down. Like, oh, you can't hire police for $75 million.
Over 50 tunnels they done found coming from Mexico to here. So what is this man is talking about? What are you putting up a border thing? It's still fruitless. We talking about putting some money back in the infrastructure of America.
The man almost said he's about to make America great again.
All the
He
time.
was about to say it. He was going to just America great again. Trump. America been great and it's going to stay great. We don't need nobody telling us America is great, man. America.
What is you talking about? Did you out your mind?
Everybody want to come to America.
Yeah, to do
Tell me something about America. Tell me something. I just came. But I don't even go there because I'll be telling
An apartment in the island, an apartment in the island is better than an apartment in America.
I've been other places.
You can take
America is more better than these places I've been.
and go back and get a piece of land and live in paradise.
What paradise?
This is a concrete. You need money to live in paradise. Everybody in Jamaica.
Everybody in
Everybody in Guyana. Everybody in Trinidad. Everybody in You are in paradise.
Oh, what are you talking about? Them same hurricanes is going to wipe them countries off the map. You can't build on them countries.
Where you gonna get food from?
Listen,
If you wipe Africa off the map, where you gonna get
all the hurricanes is
Where you gonna get food from?
Them days
Boy,
is
stop
never
that
in
nonsense,
I'm
man.
telling you,
Where you gonna get food
better
from?
watch them
in a
countries.
barren.
You got hurricanes.
Everywhere
You
around
got
this
tornadoes. You got all that crazy
Everywhere
shit
around
happen
this
down there.
country. I'm
You
talking
talking
about
down there.
Chicago.
You talking about down there. Don't tell me that's paradise. Don't tell me Miami paradise. Don't tell me none of that shit is paradise.
Miami?
None of that shit. None of that shit is nothing. That's
Anywhere
a place for you to die. That's a place for you to
Anywhere
die.
they have medicine.
That's a place for you to
Where
die.
is your medicine?
All them people want to come
Your
to
medicine is in the forest. Your medicine is in the trees. Your medicine is in the earth. Your medicine is in the earth. All those spots are paradise. Natural medicine is in the earth. You can't get no medicine out of a concrete jungle. You can't get. You don't even know what these trees could do for you around you. All they do is give you hay fever.
We talking about
get you sick.
when Mother Nature when Mother Nature called for that hurricane to come through them
worrying about
them hot destinations, you gotta
I'm worried about
surviving the hatchets and get out of Dodge. Don't stay there thinking that's paradise when that hurricane is a category 4 and a category 5. Don't stay in the places where they call them paradise where it's a category 4.
Nobody gonna stay in no place like
Don't
that.
go back. Don't go back.
Why?
Because it's not that place. No, where you gonna happen again?
So where you gonna go?
Come here to New York. Come in the inland. Go somewhere where it's safe from that.
Bro,
I'm telling you.
This dude is bug.
I'm telling you. Get away from that.
I have to go to the street language.
Nah.
He's bug.
Nah.
To boil down to the whole thing, I am talking about more healing yourself, having infrastructure where you could get things from the land to go through this whatever disaster you're going through. We're not growing nothing in America. We're not growing. You see, they're buying up all the farmlands and doing everything. Whether they're not or not, you're not storing nothing for no thing. America is storing. They got to think for you all the time. You ain't got torchlights. You ain't got generators. You don't got nothing. Where you gonna put it at when a flood come? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do that with?
Sisu.
Where you gonna carry it to?
Sisu.
So you gotta have food over everything. So I'm saying some of y'all is not better off than a lot of people.
All them
But
things
you
you
still
said
can't carry it. You gotta have, you can't carry all these
No,
stuff.
Sisu.
You have to have them in
Sisu.
miniaturization because it's you alone or you and 5 people, not a camp. But intellectual people you carry with you. You thought they bring the slaves over here. We're the ones in. This is not the jail that they let out from Cuba, or the jail they let out from Nicaragua, or the jail they let out from Mexico or wherever, to build the infrastructure of America. It's always been like that when the influx come in with immigrants.
20 seconds.
It's to build the infrastructure. They came here for cane cutting, they become slaves. They came here for other things and they can become slaves. Under the 13th Amendment, when you go to jail, you use indentured servitude. When you are here, you are still a slave. You're not free.
That's
all I'm
another
trying to say,
episode
man.
of Things Ain't
Right, all
Right.
this thing.
I'm your host, Do What It Do, and my co-host.
Do what it do is bug. Do what it do is bug.
Listen,
People,
y'all.
you judge, you tell me if this dude is not off the Rockets. Oh no, those players